can't film if I'm laughing.
Yes, you can. It records.
It is recording. I just can't do it. Hold on. There's dust on the filter. Okay, so we have a few things to talk about today. However, we are on our way back from Toronto. Hey, we are on our way back from Toronto, going back to Vancouver Island in BC. We got 4 provinces to go, a 6-hour flight. But along the way, hey, give me that. Just give me that.
No, repeat up.
But along the way, we got a few things to talk about. So let's get into the travels. We have an Uber coming in about 30. What time is it? 15 minutes, and we gotta go. Where's your stuff? Do you have it?
Right here.
I have it. I need that. Thank you. There we go. Ooh, I can just use this mirror here. Look at that. It's me. Well, I'm ready to get home.
Me too.
It's been quite the travels. 10 days in Ontario. Although enjoyable, it's long. It's a long time. Ooh, my phone. I need that. Yeah, it was fun. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed spending time with this dude's family and then my own family. You know, it's time to get home.
I'm on my own bed.
Yeah, I've been sleeping on my couch for like the last 4 days, which is chill because it's a pretty comfortable couch. However, still a couch.
I have a droid waiting for me.
Oh yeah, she bought this really epic little droid. It's like it was a BB-8. Yeah, so she bought BB-8 from Star Wars. We just finished watching this whole Star Wars saga. She got really into it, so.
I did. It was an accident, but.
Impulse buys, am I right?
They're not that bad.
I mean, but then again, I just impulse buy a new camera bag because this one's a little bit small. Doesn't really fit everything. I'll get the light on the way out. Sticky. Nope, wrong light. There we go.
$600 meters away.
Focus. Oh, is this him? Hello.
Am I right?
Yes. Are you flying with Air Canada? Thanks. You guys are good.
Thank you. D-gates.
No problem.
It didn't work back there.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. Not yours. No, I'm just kidding.
go. Well, again, I went way quicker than expected.
It always goes so fast.
I know, right?
I'm like,
Show that.
what the heck? Okay.
Washroom? Stuff?
No, we should just look at the stuff before we go sit down and then have to bring all this to the group.
Oh, look at the planes. Well, we've found a predicament because there's a gate 32, there's a gate 34, but there's no gate 33. So we'll just have to sit down somewhere and figure it out, I guess. So we're a bit dumb. Yeah, we didn't see this massive glowing sign that says D33. Here, let me show you. You know, we figured it out, but we got 3.5 hours to kill because security took way less time than we expected it to. Emma's gonna fill up some water bottles. She's gonna pick up some just little knickknacks for her parents, a hat for her dad, a mug for her mom. And yeah, we're just gonna stay here for 3.5 hours, I guess.
The keen eye among you would notice that I'm not in Uber, I'm not in a plane, and that I'm sitting in a room. No, these are not my sheets. I'm at somebody else's house for the night. So the reason for that is I had a bit of a dizzy spell on the plane and it was a whole thing. So I didn't really get a chance to do any filming on the plane. Throughout the day today, traveling back to the island on the ferry, I'll be filming the rest of this video. But yeah, it's a bit weird. I've had a little bit of a weird last 24 hours. It's all getting figured out and we'll continue on with this video.
Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about a few things that I've learned over 2 years of doing YouTube, making YouTube videos. The first topic that I really want to touch on is you'll never really feel like you're enough. You'll never really feel like you've really done and succeeded at making videos. Even now, I'm at 2 years of doing YouTube and I still, every single time I upload a video, I always feel it's not good enough, even though the content may be enjoyable for people to watch. Because I'm my own biggest critic, I never feel like it's gonna be good enough. The other thing is you might feel really embarrassed. You might feel really embarrassed recording in public. Currently I'm sitting outside on a ferry deck and there's a couple people down the way. You just gotta get over it. You gotta do it more. The more you film outside, the more you film around people, the less embarrassing it gets. I was in Toronto for about 7 days and vlogging in Toronto, downtown hard Toronto, there's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people down there. You just gotta get over the fact that you're gonna be around people. That's just how it works. That's how the world works. You're always gonna be around other people and people that may not necessarily approve of the whole vlogging or making movies by yourself or videos by yourself. You just gotta get over that. Do it more, do it as often as you can, and you'll just get better. You'll get less embarrassed about actually doing it. So one thing that I would do is I would delay uploading. I get really excited about the process of making the video, the filming, the scripting, the research, the editing. I get really excited about it. And then and I wouldn't upload it. Or I wouldn't upload it for over a month, and it would just sit there on my hard drive at home and just rot. It wouldn't be put to use, it would just sit there. And that's one of the biggest problems that lots of content creators face nowadays, is that they don't upload the content that they create. They feel like it's not good enough. So you'll create it, you'll be excited about it in the moment, and then you'll stop, and you won't upload it. And that's the biggest thing, is you have to put content out there. You have to create content and put it out there for people to see, so that you can get better at your craft, so that you can get feedback on what people like and what people don't like. Whether you do this as a job to make money, whether you do this as a filmmaker, like a professional filmmaker that works on a set, there's always things that you can improve to make your job, to make your monetary value bigger. And one of those things is to just make the content and to not downplay the product that you make. So realistically, if you can make a video once every 2 weeks, do it. Make a video every other week. I know when I started this channel, eClick Media, I looked back at my last channel, and as much as I loved making those videos back then, they just weren't up to par with what I'm making now. The audio wasn't as good, the video wasn't as good. Having something out there allows you to look back at that portfolio of years ago to see, wow, I've really improved. If you watch a video that you made a year ago and you can point out the mistakes and you can point out things that, oh, I could have done that a little bit better. I could have snipped that a little bit shorter there. The colors on there are a bit weird. I could correct that now. That's how you know you've gotten better at the skills of filmmaking. That's how you know that you can make a better product now than you did when you started. You'll get better. You just have to actually do it. And that was my biggest problem when I first started. A side note, look at how beautiful this scape is. Like currently I'm on BC ferries and it is extremely bright outside, but look at how beautiful the water is. BC is the greatest place to live, and if you don't agree with me, that's okay, to each their own. But to me, BC is the place to grow up, BC is the place to retire, BC is the place to travel to. There's so much to do, there's so much to see, and you look at these forests. Like, look at that landscape. If that's not something desirable to for someone who needs to retire soon, I don't know what is. So I've just got home. My room's a little bit messy because I'm unpacking things and putting things away, and bear with me. But I figured we'd talk about the next point on this video, and that is, it doesn't need to be perfect. Whatever you're making, whether it be a video, whether you're doing photos on the side, what you produce does not have to be perfect. Lots of people push to be perfect and they over edit. I've done this. I'd put too much in. There would be no storyline. I'd make sure that everything that I ever filmed was in the video. To be perfect, you don't need to show everything. You can cut things down and make a way better storyline for people to really grasp onto. I don't know if you've noticed, but the last few videos that I've been uploading on this channel, I've been trying to keep the videos a lot shorter than they were on EK Tech. And that's because I'm condensing. I've learned that I don't need to add everything to make it a good video. And here's the thing. Chances are, if you make it what you consider to be perfect, A, it's going to be way over edited. You don't need all that stuff in there. I'm not saying don't put any effort into the videos that you make. You should always put effort into your content. You don't need to put so much effort into it to the point where you're staying up late into the night editing a video, or you're sitting on an edit for like days and days. Realistically, an edit that I'm producing and putting out on YouTube takes me about 4 to 6 hours to sit and edit the whole thing. Put effort into it so that it looks good, but don't put so much effort into it that you're sitting on it for a while and just it's sitting there and you haven't done anything with it. Okay, so the last little thing we're going to talk about today is that it's not about the gear that you have, it's how you use the gear that you have. So I started this channel with just an iPhone and the earbuds that came in the box with that iPhone. I used the microphone that was on these to record the audio, and I used this to record the video, and that was my whole channel. Yeah, the videos were bad, but that wasn't because I didn't know how to use it. That was because, well, I was terrible at filmmaking. But it's better than nothing. I had to start from somewhere, so I started with an iPhone. Now, for myself and this company, it took me 1.5 years to go from recording on an iPhone and a GoPro to buying my own camera, the camera that you're seeing me record with now. It does take time to upgrade your gear and to get to where I am now, but even now, I still have gear that I'm like, oh, I wish I had this, I wish I had this, I wish I had this. But realistically, I just need to focus on making better content with what I have now, and that's what I'm really working on this next year and a bit. Filmmakers now that have these rooms of camera equipment, if you talk to Peter McKinnon or Matty Hapoya, shout out to fellow Canadians like myself, they have rooms of gear. Peter McKinnon has his own gear closet. In his old place, he had a whole cage dedicated to gear. So if you look at that, he didn't buy that all at once. That took him years and years and years of hard work, of earning the money and buying and upgrading things over time as he needed them. There's the key thing. As he needed the new stuff, he'd buy it. When he started out, he didn't have the Canon R5. He didn't have the red cameras. He didn't have the big fancy L lenses. He started out with, I think, a 60D, a Canon 60D, and worked his way up the chain. Take that lesson that we can learn from other filmmakers, and as you need new gear, buy new gear. When I started out, I didn't need a shotgun mic. I didn't need a dedicated camera. I didn't need a whole set of lenses. And now, I still don't need a full set of lenses. I have my 15-85 here that I do lots of work with. I have a 50mm 1.8, and I have a borrowed 75-300. And eventually I'll upgrade to a 70-200 2.8. But it takes time, it takes money. These things all will take time. You have to take the time to learn the skill, to get better at the skill, and then you can look into buying some more expensive equipment that are gonna actually help you grow in your line of work. Take a deep breath, slow down, and you'll get better. You just have to work on it. So take it from me. Ultimately, you decide to hit upload. You decide when to make the content. If I had to give you one piece of advice, I'd rather you start sooner than later. Start now. Start while you have a passion. That passion will grow the more you do it. So just hit upload. Record that video. Take that photo. Spend the time getting better, and I promise you, you will get better. This has been another video. I'm glad you're here to watch it with me. I really hope you come back for the next video, and I'll see you later.